Welcome to the Progressive Mind Show. My name is Senna, aka Alinko. Today is November 18, 2024. We're glad to be coming your way. This is your #1 community building platform in the world. Today, we are going to be talking to a group of people who are going to be engaging us in a very interesting conversation. I think this is the first time we're having a show on chess on this platform. And so for me personally, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to learn and to know more about it. I think I've only seen a few people play chess every now and then, but we're going to be learning a lot today, hopefully by the time we're done with it. So if you watching us on Facebook, share the link. We are also live on YouTube right now. You can like the page on Facebook, share it on your page, or like it on YouTube, subscribe, turn on the notification on both platforms, YouTube and Facebook. So each time we come on, you can be part of this community process. Again, my name is Senna, and we are glad to be coming your way. Next week, Tuesday, we will be having an interesting conversation. Ghana is going to the polls in 2 weeks, and we want to be able to take the time to have our take on what's going to happen in Ghana regarding the elections. Ghana is going to be choosing its new leader for 2025, and America just had theirs. Ghana is about to do theirs as well. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. But today, though, this evening, we have 3 people that are going to be joining us. 2 of them are already here. We're waiting for the other to join us. This show is a non-for-profit organization. We always encouraging our audience viewers to support us by donating. So if you go on our website, The Progressive Mind Show, you can always make a donation, and it's tax deductible. The tax season is here, so be generous enough to donate to what we're doing here, as we've solely aim at building our communities. If you also want to engage, if you also want to promote your events, your products, services, whatever you do in the community that you would want people to know about, especially in the diaspora and in Ghana, kindly reach out to us, info.progressiveminds@gmail.com, info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Without much ado, I would like to go to our guest this evening so we can get into the chat's conversation. I'm excited. INEZ, welcome to the show again. This is about our 2nd or 3rd time.
Yes.
Glad to have you. We have the newcomer, Ryan Blackwell. Is that correct?
Blackwood.
Oh,
Blackwood.
Okay. Blackwood. Thank you so much, Ryan, for being part of the discussion this evening. Inez, a brief background of who you are. I know you are the founder and president of USMCL. In a little bit, we'll get to know exactly what that acronym stands for, but a bit background of who you are and what you do, Inez.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Senna, for having us here today. Yes, I am INEZ KELLEY, and I'm trying to address this. I am the founder and president of the United States Master Chess League. We are a professional sports league, and our objective is to bring the element of sport to the chess game in order to raise its visibility and also to raise the visibility of the player. Our objective is to ensure that players and chess enthusiasts that invest so much of themselves, their money, their time, that beyond just the board, there's space for them to actually have careers in the world of chess. So I'm here today. Let's talk about chess. I'm here with Ryan Blackwood. I love when he is on with me, because I always say that I bring the element of the business and the strategy, and he's able to take that and use the verbiage that really speaks to the chess community. So again, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Inez. I call her Z, so feel free to call her Z as well. She'll respond to it.
Yeah, Z is fine.
All right, Ryan, my brother, thank you for being on the show this evening.
Thank you for having me, man.
Would like to know who you are, bro. Want to know a bit about Ryan Blackwood. what you stand for outside USMCL. Who are you? What do you do? Briefly.
All right. So I'm Ryan Blackwood. As you said, I'm a national master. I'm a chess coach, chess enthusiast. I have been teaching chess for probably half my life, and I'm the youth chess director for the Cayman Island Chess Federation. Um, Recently came back from the Olympiad as a silver medalist for coaching the Cayman Island female team. And chess has just become a part of my life. I mean, it's said that you find something that you love doing, and you spend the rest of your life doing it. And I think that has been chess for me. So
Thank you so much for that interesting background. So you were did you say you were the recent Olympic Games?
the chess Olympiad, yes.
Okay, and you were responsible for the chess team that represented the Cayman Islands.
The female team, yes. We're the
Female
silver medalists coming from that Olympiad.
Wow, wow.
Yes.
No, that's a huge achievement. Congratulations, brother.
Yes.
That's fantastic to hear. Congratulations. And you came out as silver medalist at the just ended Olympic Games.
In Budapest, yes.
That is that the first time the Cayman Islands have represented at that level, represented chess at that level?
It's the second time the Cayman is representing at the Olympiad. The first time was in Chennai, India, but it's the first time we're actually sending a female team. And I was the coach and captain of that female team.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Interesting fact, at the Olympiad, we also boast the youngest team at the Olympiad and playing days, with an average age of the girls just being 12 and a half years old.
Wow.
Our team was 12 and a half years old and days. And I mean, like I said, we won the silver medal for our category. And most of those students that I was there with were playing chess for less than a year.
And how many number of players are you allowed to present during this tournament?
During the Olympiad?
Yeah.
The Olympiad, it's a 5-member team.
Okay, 5-member team.
4 players and a reserve. The 5-member team.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Okay, so thank you very much for sharing that information. Remy, thank you for coming in. I need you to bend over your camera a little bit so that we're seeing more of your shoulder. We can only see a bit much of you. So there you go. A bit more, Remy, a bit more. Thank you so much. Okay, so Remy now can give us a quick intro. Remy, we know who Z is. Ryan has just given us an extraordinary background of who he is and what he does in the area of sports, particularly chess. I'm sure you're also a great profile in the world of chess. Tell us a bit about who you are.
Yeah, I wish I could say it was great, but it's pretty decent. So I've been playing chess for about the last 35 years. And we really want to introduce chess, especially in the African-American community in Chicago. We've gained prominence. And in the African-American communities in major cities around the United States. We had something, we used to have, we had tournaments. We actually had a league that would host, and similar to the NBA or the NFL, and we would host tournaments. Now, INEZ took it to the next level, which is why I love INEZ. INEZ is trying to explode chess onto the scene, and not just in the African-American community, chess period. So I'm just glad to be a small part of that. I wish I could be great. I wish I had a whole lot of accolades behind myself, but I'm just glad to be partnered with individuals who are great. And I love to promote and be involved in the promotion of chess.
Beautiful. I think that what you said is equally important within the African community, right? So in as much as you wanted to or interested in promoting chess within the African American community, I think I've been African all my life. I don't know how many times I've seen Africans on the continent and even here talk about chess, let alone play it.
Oh man.
There was a popular one that we call drafts. I don't know how you all call it here. Draft. It is very close to chess. That is very popular in Ghana, and in the other African countries. But when it comes to chess, I don't know. USML, Ryan, do you know about that game?
I think we say it's on the same 64 square, but I don't think it has many similarities to chess.
Okay, right. Okay, so right, so that's how
You said
close.
it was called draft. It's called draft.
Yeah,
Draft
yeah.
and
We call,
checkers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound familiar.
Ryan, Ryan, you were familiar with it, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with draft.
Oh,
Draft
okay.
and checkers. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
familiar with draft and checkers.
it's fun. But
Yeah.
anyway, you're right. I think that's the closest I would say, even though it's not close to chess, but I would say for Africans. So this is very, very important. And I think for the Caribbean community as well. Ryan, I don't know how popular chess is in the Caribbean and even the Caribbean community in the diaspora and back home. So I think this is going to be very, very important conversation. Now, but before we get to it, the USMCL, we put it on social media. People are looking at it. People are asking questions. What is that? What does that acronym stand for?
It is the United States Master Chess League, and the USMCL was born out of the Run Your Miles project, and I believe I was on your show a bit ago with our project in honor of my brother that my family, we lost to cancer, and that was in 2019. And he was an avid chess player. And so the thought was to do something to really celebrate his life, celebrate his love. And we created the Run Your Miles project that worked with individuals to help promote the inspiration to continue to run your miles, continue to live your life. As he said, as long as you're breathing, as long as you have life, you have reason to move forward. And no matter what happened to him, it was like, just keep moving forward. And so I wanted to take that message and to do something that would be inspirational. And so we started with a small event, a very, very small event at Rainbow Park here in Chicago. And then from there, we moved to the Battle of the Masters, which was a huge event well, I'm saying huge. It was huge for me because I was new to chess. And so it seemed very huge because we had a lot of people that came out in support. We had two of our teams, the Harlem Knights and the Majestic Lions. And at that time, everyone was a master level player. What that showed me was really the work and the time and the effort that went into the game itself, and for these individuals to hone in on their skill. It's very expensive. Chess can be very expensive when you start climbing the ladder and wanting to increase your rating and your ranking with FIDE, which is the governing body. And so watching what was going on in that chess community, my thought was that why not, if you're investing this amount of time, this amount of energy, why not have it so that these guys and young ladies that are playing, that there is something after or in conjunction with. Why not have a league just like any other sport? It is a sport like any other sport. You train for it. I joke about the fact that my brother used to say when he was training for a tournament and getting ready, he would say, don't call him, don't come by, don't disturb him, because he was focused. So the focus and the attention that goes into joining the tournament or winning a tournament is like any other sport, the concentration level. So for me, it was about, okay, how can we create a space whereby these players are able to use their skill and their talent and to make a career. And so the thought was the USMCL, the United States Master Chess League. And if I can say this, for me, even though I grew up in a family that played chess, my father required us to play, and I was familiar with chess. I can actually play the game. I'm not an expert and nothing like that. But the idea that to be able to make sure that when you invest that time, there's just a lot of time and energy that I saw that was in the game. And I just wanted to be able to create a platform that spoke to that. Okay. And the smart part was to get these guys that know all about chess, right, to be able to participate in it and help me move through the space. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Remy, I'm guessing your background, which is Nigerian American, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And I just talked about how the almost absence of chess within the African culture. Can you speak to that, and how significant will this tournament, or how significant will this impact of what USMCL is bringing have on the African culture when it comes to sports in general?
I think it's going to be huge, especially once it takes off. Now, the Nigerian community is getting stronger in chess, and it's just that they're so scattered. They're all over the place in various cities. The biggest concentration is in New York, but there's there's a couple of us here in Chicago. There's a nice concentration in New York. Of course, all of the Nigerians try to stay together because we're connected with some that are in Nigeria as well. You have a few in Detroit, but if there was a league, the league that INEZ is bringing would unify not just in the Nigerian community, but it would unify us and give us a common objective, a common goal, an income. It would explode it for everybody, which is what we need. So yeah, this would be huge. It would be the equivalent of television almost or you look at the NBA and how the NBA has exploded in popularity all over the world. Well, this is because of television and it being accessible, the online advertising. It would be something similar for chess, because the common player would be able to find a way to make a living for it, or at least see individuals from all these different areas playing the sport on a competitive level and making it interesting. So yeah, it would be huge.
I'm not sure.
Can I add to that, Senator,
Yes.
for a second?
Yeah.
So we cannot underestimate what it takes to build a league. So a lot of times when I'm talking, most folks that I'm speaking to compare it to a tournament. So a tournament is different in that you go in, you might pay to enter the tournament, you play a few rounds, and I'm not minimizing that at all because that is the existing industry. But what we're looking to do is that these players come in, they are signed just like any other sports. They sign a contract, they agree to sign and play for a number of games. This season, we just finished 2024 season. We were scheduled 3 full games. It kind of didn't work out that way, but we were able to really see what it takes to pull it together and what it means in terms of the commitment to the time and the energy and the effort to build the league itself.
Okay.
But we work just like any other sports league, all of the pieces and the elements that come together. So whether it's a DJ, whether it's someone that sings the national anthem, the food, the merchandise, because you have to bring the element of revenue into the space.
We'll come to it. We'll come to it because there's I would like to talk about the details of the tournament itself.
Okay.
So we'll come to it in a bit, but I want to also get the background of chess in these ethnic, Black community, other Black communities, right? And he talked about how it's not necessarily a popular sport in Black America. You're a Black American. I don't know how popular chess is within the community, but as an African, Remy, have you had the time to have you spent some time in Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was hard to find chess communities when I was there.
Right.
But now that's what I was saying. With us, the various individuals who are here trying to get together and put something together and connect with certain Nigerians who are in there, like in Lagos, and putting together spots where individuals can come together and play chess. It's starting to expand. It's starting to grow. But we need something. We need something additional
like this. Right. I got you. Let me ask you same question, Ryan. What is the popularity of chess in the states of chess in the Cayman Islands and generally the Caribbean, since you're from that region?
Okay. All right. So I think I have some interesting facts for chess, and especially within where INEZ is trying to grow chess now within the Black community. I'm originally from Jamaica. I'm currently living in Cayman as the youth chess director. But I'm from Jamaica, where the first Black grandmaster is also Jamaican born, Maurice Ashley, who moved to the US when he became a grandmaster. But his chess career started in Jamaica. And this is something that we're trying to promote. As a matter of fact, very recently, the Jamaican government actually gave a commitment of $400 million, well, $40 million per year for the next 10 years to grow a gym in tech. And this is really with youths and trying to produce another Black Grandmaster from Jamaica. So not only are persons, but governments are also coming on board, seeing the benefit of chess, seeing the chess in education benefit. And they're now not just saying it, but they're putting the resources and the monetary influx that we need to get it done.
Okay. Would you say it's a common game in the Caribbean?
It's developing. I mean, there are still a lot of Caribbean countries that don't have a chess federation. The chess federation in the Cayman Islands just started in 2018, so we're a pretty young federation, right? And there are still other Caribbean countries that don't have a chess federation. Right. You have persons who travel to the various different Caribbean islands and realize, oh wait, there's no chess here on the island.
Okay.
So they wouldn't get the benefits of chess and having a chess in education program or a chess in school program. Okay. So it's still growing within this side of the region as well.
It's growing. Thank you. And if you may, I don't know, there's this little bit of feedback from your end, so you might want to check it for me, Ryan, if you may. But Z, why chess? Why would anybody want to, be interested in playing chess? How significant is it?
Let me say this, that the organization, the USMCL, even though the idea is to create an entity that is in the space where people, African Americans, Black people can access, but the idea is not that it's a Black league or a league for just African Americans. We hope, in fact, our first combine qualifier, we had a little bit of everybody that was there. The difference is who can commit to the time and the dates for the league play. So that makes a difference. So I want to be clear so that your listeners, your viewers know that we are a league for everyone. Okay. The idea is to also have it in a space where we're not out of reach to those who have the talent to play, but maybe may not have the access to the opportunities in other spaces. So we just want to make sure. Okay. But now, when you say why chess,
yes,
chess, again, it goes back to my brother, and it goes back to honoring him and celebrating him. But once in that space, I think my natural marketing, promotion, entrepreneurial spirit looked at it and said, wait a minute, there's such a huge void here. There's a huge void.
Great. On that huge void is what I want us to get to, because when you and I spoke before this, you gave us, and in me in particular, some specific facts and data, right? Some that the world that speaks to the world of chess, and the significance of it. And so I want us to be able. Can you walk us through that so viewers can also get
So when you say why chess, initially when I first looked at it, I said, okay, now how do you take this and how can you move this from where it is into a space where it can be as competitive and resourceful and revenue driven? Right. And so in doing my own research, I looked and I saw, there are pretty much everybody plays chess, so the biggest thing when you look and you compare the sports, when you look at basketball and you look at baseball and you look at the other sports, you have athletes that are making astronomical money. Okay. And that's because you have merchandising and everything, the element of sport is brought into it so that you have viewership, so that you have spectators. So most people say, chess, there are no spectators. People don't want to watch sports. Want to watch chess, but that's not true. That is the furthest thing, because our idea of a sport is that movement on the field or hitting a ball. We don't see that. There are 604 million chess players throughout the world. That's like 1/5 of the population that plays chess. Okay. And chess.com, which is now the largest chess engagement platform out there, they record that they have 12 million games that are played every 24 hours. 12 million online games played 24 hours. Okay. So if you were to, and then FIDE, which is the governing body that records that 360,000 active high level tournament participants. So these are more your experts that are in tournaments and engaging. So when you look at those numbers, those are your spectators. Those are your spectators. So all you have to do is get the games to them, either online or in person. We prefer to play in person. We want to bring the engagement, the activity, the energy, especially because now chess, beyond the classic, long 2-3 hour game, you've got blitz, you have bullets, you have rapid, and then with the demographic that's coming in to the industry, what you also have is you have players and athletes that really enjoy the energy of the crowd. They enjoy the engagement, the feedback, the following. And so when you pull that together, that creates a sporting event. And that's how we've put together the USMCL, those matches based on a sporting event.
Okay.
Tickets for sale. So, there's available tickets
Right.
and merchandise. And yeah, so that's your audience right there. And that's
Exactly.
me.
Exactly. Ryan, did you want to add anything to that?
I think Inez said it perfectly. And one of the things that, I'm just impressed with the business approach that Inez have brought to chess. And I think I said this in one of the last press conference, that chess is one of those sports that you can play for your entire life. And you dedicate your entire life to playing chess. And you never really get rewarded as a chess professional. You never actually make it to becoming a professional chess player. Even if you become a master, you're not considered a professional, because the concept that has been used has always been a tournament where you have 1,000 people enter and winner take all, or they give 3 or 4 persons are awarded. INEZ concept allows for you come in and you're treated as an athlete, and you have spectators that are viewing your games and you're getting paid for being the athlete and not just for being the victor. So you're getting paid as a professional. And that is just a part of chess that I can relate to, because I've taught thousands of kids, and I know that a lot of these kids would love to become professional athletes, professional chess players. But the way in which it has been set up as a tournament, it doesn't really allow for that. But this method that INEZ is implemented as a chess league allows for chess athletes to become professional athletes.
Yeah.
Great. Remy, I don't know if you wanted to add anything to what has been said so far. If not, I would like us to see if there are any significance of this tournament to young African players who may have the talent, but who probably didn't have the platform to showcase their talent, and how.
Absolutely.
Yes, go ahead.
No, I'm saying this is huge.
Yeah.
Something like this is a game changer in the world of chess, because and you look at it like this: there's only in the NBA, there's only 450 professional athletes out of all of the individuals who like to play basketball. There's only this stage, but when you bring it on a chess level, Inez gave a figure earlier: 1/5 of the population plays chess. If something like this was to be able to kick off and get going, you would have a significantly larger percentage able to participate and be able to perform and make an income. So that's a significant game changer. Now, when you were talking about individuals, like for myself, I didn't learn how to play until I got in high school. But if I had at a young age realized that this is a sport that I can enjoy and play and have a potential income, I'm sure my parents would have gotten me involved a lot sooner. I'm sure other parents would see the potential, get their children involved a lot sooner. And then you have this explosion and you have this opportunity. Now, I tell you now, in the schools, and learning it young is important, but it's not available in many of the schools of people of color. But those in white schools, it's very prominent. They have coaches, they have individuals that come in and they have private sessions. And so they have chess available at a very young age, and you see a lot of masters, and many of them go on to excel. However, if there was some practicality in the African American or people of color, and they saw the practicality of it, and something like this would bring that practicality, you would see more involved, and you would see a lot more jump on board, of course.
Fantastic. They say chess is for smart people.
It just makes you smart.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Is absolutely right. Absolutely right.
It makes you smart, but you're not necessarily. You don't have to necessarily to be, a smart person to start.
That's a misnomer. That's a misconception.
Well, there's a difference between smart and intellect, I think.
Yes.
And so I think that smart people may not always be the most intellectual people, but I think the ability to think and to think through the process and to make wise choices and decisions, learning how to wait on the moment, not trying to, sometimes you do have to create a moment, but most times we need to know how to wait on that moment. And so I think chess definitely does that, and especially when you're talking about being introduced at a very young age, and when we look at what's going on now in the world, and young people, and not just the infant young, but even young adults, I think a lot of people can benefit from having to sit down and be at that board. And as I do this, I completely understand why my dad made sure that all of us knew how to play chess. We had to play. It was not like, do you want to play chess? It was like, you are going to learn how to play chess regardless. And you could sit there and sulk if you want to, but you'd sit there all day. Okay. So we had to learn. It's just that my brother took it to another level. But no, smart and intellect, two different things. So I think chess will get you smart. And if you use those tools, you can build on that.
Right. Because I've heard a lot of very prominent people, and even CEOs, make comparisons to their strategies and steps that they have taken to reaching the pinnacle of success, and liken it to the game of chess. So I think that's something that's unique, and I've always thought about chess, and if I would have the patience to sit for a long time before I make one move. I want to make the moves quickly, but I guess if I start playing chess, I'll learn to be more patient. But yes, I've always been intrigued. Now, I told you, Z, that there's a group in Chicago, actually in Hyde Park, during summertime. You always see them by 53rd and Lake Park, Starbucks there. They're always there playing it. I always go stand there, watch. Sometimes I'll take videos. So I've always been intrigued about the game. So USMCL, is it yet registered? Let's get into the weed of it. How is it structured? How are people going to be able to register, be part of? Can you walk us through the process?
Okay, so currently we have two teams right now. Ryan is sitting in front of the Chicago Kings, the jersey for the Chicago Kings, and the Windy City Hawks. We can see Ryan. Remy is a Windy City Hawk, and so thank you so much. So right now we have two teams here in Chicago. There are two teams in New York, the two that were the Battle of the Masters, which is the Harlem Knights and the Majestic Lions. We would like to bring the teams together so that we can have all four teams, but of course all of that, it takes money, revenue, and so that's a part of our marketing, getting out here and making sure people know that we're out here and what it is that we're doing. So for now, currently, we'll have the two teams in Chicago. The format is 3 players per team. That was the goal this past season. We only had enough for 2 players per team, but the goal is 3 players per team. We'd like to play at least 3 matches, 3 to 4 matches with a final. To register, we will, in February 2025, we will have the qualifier. So you can go to our website, usmcl.org, and where it says coming soon, it says register. You can register and show up in February. We'll have the details as far as where to come to, and we'll select the team from there. And once you're selected, you will receive an agreement, and with the terms, if everything is acceptable to you, we bring you on. Again, as I said, the whole idea is to ensure that we're moving in the same light as any other sports league. We're very small. I'm not going to say that the pay is a lot, but it's not so much the amount as it is the culture, and changing the mind of the athlete to understand that you have a talent, you have a skill. There's something that can be created beyond just the tournament, and a league that brings that talent together and work as a team, that this is another space in which you can utilize your talent. So it starts with registering and coming out for the qualifier and being selected for the team.
How long is the league going to run for? Is it like in seasons?
Yes, it's seasons. Now this 2025, upcoming 2025, we're looking to start April, May, and June, with a final in July. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that budgetary and all points are there so that we can move through it smoothly. The last few months, that's pretty much what we've been doing to get things in order so that we're ready for next year. So 2024, few hiccups, but I think it really gave us a bird's eye view, because you can have a concept about things, but there's a difference between the concept on paper and then start moving in the space of making it reality. In addition to, you don't get there by yourself. Okay, so having the right people in key places is so important. So that's a part of the building, the infrastructure that's been working on behind the scenes to make sure those key elements are there so that we can be a success.
Are there any, I'm sure there are, but help educate us, other chess leagues, because this is the United States Master Chess League, that is your organization. Are there other huge ones or similar ones to what you're doing?
I'm not familiar with one. I do know in the Chicago area there was, and just by chance, his name is also Kelly, but without the extra E. He was doing something here in Chicago that came close to what it is that the USMCL is doing. I believe, Remy, were you a part of that league? I think it's Nathan Kelly. So he was doing some great things too. And I think it's a concept similar to what we're doing, a little different, same but different,
So this league is open to everybody.
We're open to everyone, but we, as I said, we want to keep it so that individuals that normally would not have access to play on a competitive level. Well, when I say everyone, let me be clear, it's a male league. Okay, 18 and above, and you have to have a score of 1800. So you have to be expert level and above. So that is I should point that out. That's the criteria. Now we are starting a youth academy through one of our sponsors, the Black Star Project that is here in Chicago. We will be initiating a youth league. And through that youth league, we hope to cultivate and create a feeder league to develop the women's league.
So you can have a pipeline too.
Exactly.
Youth league. Okay, great.
Exactly.
It's 6:44 here in Chicago. We're talking to INEZ KELLEY, REMI, and Ryan Blackwood, who are talking about the USMCL, US Master Chess League, which is being introduced in Chicago, in the United States in general. And if you want to be part of it, the website is usmcl.org. usmcl.org. You can register and ask, get further clarification or information regarding this league that is coming. I think this is very exciting, especially for me. I'd say it's very exciting for the diaspora community, because we don't hear it enough. We don't talk about it enough. but it's a thriving sports. It's lucrative, and there are all kinds of benefits to it. So why not? And I'm glad that you are taking on this initiative. 6:45 exactly. We'll take a short break. When we come back, the phone line is 815-277-5047. 815-277-5047. If you want to ask questions or comment or just be part of the show, you may feel free to do so. Quick break, and we shall be right back to continue the conversation. Welcome back to the show. And I said earlier, or actually during in the beginning of the show, I had mentioned that Ghana is going to the polls December 7th, okay, which is like technically in 2 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks. December 7th, Ghana is going to the polls. We are going to be electing a new leader that will take the country into 2025 and beyond. And so we are going to be having that conversation here. Tuesday coming is going to be Tuesday, 26th of November to be exact. 6 p.m. We'll be here engaging folks in the diaspora to look at some of the nuances and challenges and opportunities and what the country will be expecting. And in fact, the significance of that election to West Africa, Sub-Saharan West Africa region, Sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa itself, and of course, the diaspora, because we know the influx of the diaspora to Ghana and to other West African countries. It's more so now than ever. And so Ghana has become a very, very significant country when it comes to the development of the entire continent. They say Ghana is the gateway to Africa, and that is not for a fluke. That is for a reason. And so very, very important conversation. Join us next week, Tuesday, so we can all engage. However, you also want to, we also want to let you know if you have some events or services, anything you want to promote, you can reach out to us, the Progressive Mind Show, info.progressivemindshow@gmail.com, info.progressivemindshow@gmail.com, and we will be able to get your product, services, or events out there in the community for you. We are a 501c, so your support to us goes a long way in benefiting us, and of course, it's tax deductible as well. So feel free to support us. theprogressivemindshow.com. If you Google it, it comes up. You can make your donations there. Well, we'll go straight to our audience again. I mean, our guest this evening to continue the convo regarding United States chess.
Master Chess
League.
Yeah.
Okay, the United States Master Chess League, USMCL.
USMCL.
We've talked about how you can join. We've talked about the league itself and how it's formulated. We also want to know a bit more about, is there a fee involved, INEZ? Do people have to pay to be part of this league?
No.
Okay.
That's the whole idea, is that when you play professional sports, football, basketball, you don't walk in and pay a fee. You are selected and you are compensated for your talent. It's the same concept. Right. So it's not a tournament. Usually when people say tournament, I correct them right away because we're totally different. It's not a tournament. We are a professional sports league.
Okay. Now, I would like to know, Ryan and Remy, if there's a comment that you wanted to make, please feel free to let me know. Okay. I'm not sure if you wanted to add to anything that has been said so far.
INEZ was right on track. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right, no problem. Thanks. Well, I can tell you, like INEZ said, it's not a tournament, it's a professional chess league. And we're just waiting for it to be open to us in other years. Like I said, Cayman, we're putting together our teams right now, because as soon as we're able to come across and to play against other professionals, because I can tell you, as a professional chess player, You're always looking for good challenge and competition as well. So it's just something that the excitement that has come up behind it is just really interesting, and the way it has been promoted, it's just hats off to USMCL. I mean, they've been doing a really good job, and with INEZ driving it, it has just been an excitement behind chess. And I think that is really what you want to see in chess. To make it more of a spectator sport, you need this excitement behind it, and to promote the players as well.
Awesome. You are part of the Windy City Hawks team?
No,
that's Remy. That's Remy.
That's Remy.
Okay. So, well, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it behind him. So I guess. It's...
he was on the. He was at the press we had a press conference a little bit ago. So he spoke, and that's the banner. It actually looks really nice.
It looks really cool. Remy, how long has the Windy City Hawks team been in existence for?
So at least close to a year now. I think this was developments in the winter or December, early parts of 2023. I can't recall exactly.
Okay.
But I want to say about a year now.
And you have been part of it since its inception?
Since the inception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, INEZ, put the formula together, but we're since the inception of the first teams. I don't know how long INEZ has been.
He was part of the first draft. One of the things that Remy did that is so inspiring. When you're putting together a project like this and you recognize that you really need the people in it, working it, and so you really appreciate when people bring their talent, and a lot of times they're not getting paid what normally somebody would get compensated for, but because they love and you love, you come together and you put it together to make it work. So one of the things at the last game, one of the things that Remy did that I thought was just, for me, it was like when I'm speaking, a lot of times it may go over someone's head as to really what this is about. But when he came to me and said, okay, wait a minute, this is what you're doing. Okay, it was like the whole picture, you just see the light bulb going off for him to say, okay, wait a minute, this is bigger than what I even thought it was.
Okay.
And he's just been really supportive in
Remy, what drove you to chess?
This is interesting. This is an interesting story. When I first learned it, I told you I didn't learn it until I was in high school. I had a friend, and we sat down, and I always was intrigued by the sport. I love checkers. I love board games, and I asked him to teach me. After he taught me, I was beating him the same day.
You were beating who? Your friend?
Yeah, I was beating him. He told me, and I was able to catch on to the concepts early. And so that's why I said I wish I had known about it sooner. I could have probably, who knows if I had if my young mind had it. If I was able, once he taught me, I was able to come up with strategies and things all on my own without having any formal training. Right. And so I knew then that I loved chess.
And you've been playing it for how many years?
I have played it every day since then. I don't think there's a day.
What,
I read my Bible and I play chess.
Well, we're not trying to put your age out there, so we have a clue now.
That's the thing about chess players. When you say that there are no spectators, no, there are spectators. Absolutely. Chess players will play chess. All you have to do is think about saying chess, and they're there. That's chess. They are the most committed athletes. Period. There's no one more committed than a chess player. Now,
is it addictive?
Oh my gosh, more than addictive. I mean, let me tell you this: chess has probably ruined some marriages. I'm serious, because you can't stop playing it, and so and it expands the mind, and there's so many benefits to it. Anything that's beneficial, you want more of it. And so you just want, and then it's the competitive energy too, and all of the things that it brings, the camaraderie. So it has so many positive things to it. It's a unifying effect. It unifies ages. It unifies gender. It unifies race. And there's not much that can do that, but chess does it.
Fantastic. How about you, Ryan? Yes, Ryan. How long have you been playing chess?
All right. So my story is a little similar to Remy as well. I started playing chess when I was probably 8. My dad played chess, and he had a chessboard, and I used to come home from school, and I just used to play around the pieces. You mentioned draft. Most where I grew up, like most persons played draft and checkers,
Mm,
but I was just not fascinated with the idea of the checkers pieces or the draft pieces because they're all the same.
mm,
So when I saw the chess pieces and I saw like the king and the queen, the knights, I mean, it created a different kind of imagination in my head. And I was just really intrigued with it. And I used to come home every day and I would just play against myself.
mm.
And one day my dad came home and saw me there over the chessboard playing, and he was like, he asked me if I can play chess, and I was like, "Oh dear, I'm going to get a spanking now because you just don't play with your parents' stuff." So I told him yes, and he said, "All right, set up the board, let's play." And that was the first and last game I played my dad in chess because he didn't know I could play chess. I didn't know I could play chess because I've never played anyone before. And I beat him my first game. Like I said, my dad could play chess, but I was just always playing against myself. I read the rules, and every evening I'll come and I'll just move the pieces and I'll play for both sides. And I beat my dad the first game of chess, but even though my dad didn't play me from that day on, I spent a lot more time with my dad because now he used to carry me with him to beat his friends. So that was how my chess journey started. And like Remy said, I don't think there's ever a day that I don't actually play chess. I play
Wow.
chess every single day.
Wow.
Mhm.
And there again, another chess player who's refusing to tell us exactly the number of years they've been playing chess. As a guys to not disclose their ages, which is very, very good. I like that. Oh no, but thank you all for sharing. We have Tawanda saying strategizing. Tawanda says strategizing. She just joined us. We have Paul joining us. He says, nice job you doing. Nice job you doing. Keep it up. Rebecca says, Rebecca is on the show. And then we have Mike LA. Interesting show. Thank you. If you want to contribute or just ask a question about chess or USMCL, please feel free to do so. The number is 815-277-5047. 815-277-5047. If you want to be part of the show, just or contribute in any way of form. Z, when the league itself is being played, now, if let's say somebody registered, they're part of the league, how is it going to be conducted? And these people are in different countries. Are they going to be streamed live? Can you tell us how it will look?
Okay, yes. You may not be able to see kind of behind me. That is the banner for ID Chess. Okay,
Okay.
if you're playing chess and you're not familiar with ID Chess, you need to go to their website and get familiar. You know, ID Chess, I wish I had known of ID Chess when we did the Battle of the Masters, because the Battle of the Masters, it was necessary for digital boards to be purchased. And so, since there were 3 players on each team, we had to get 3 digital boards. And digital boards are expensive, they can be as much as $1,000 a piece, along with all of the switches, the screen, just to take that live board and transmit it onto a digital platform. But what ID Chess has done is they have an app, just real simple, an app that you just take your phone or any other device. As long as you capture the board, it will transmit that board and transmit it to any digital platform. So it's just like if you were playing online, like chess.com, and you play online, it would be the same thing, except you still get the benefit of playing in person, that in person match. Just capture the board and transmit it to any other platform, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And so that is how we have been able to keep the game in person and just be able to record or transmit it. And that's what we'll do moving forward. So you can do the same thing, just a regular game. It doesn't even have to be a tournament. If you're just out at the park and you want to digitize your game, you can use the ID Chess app, and that works. So that's our method of keeping the game in person.
Okay, there's a method of keeping the game in person. Are there methods of keeping the game known and developed in other parts of the world, especially Africa, the Caribbean areas?
Oh, absolutely. Do you mean in terms of using ID chess? Okay, so if you're
In terms of just promoting the sports,
okay, I want to make sure I'm understanding the
are
question.
there any methods that are being put in place to promoting the sports in
Oh, the bring yeah.
more
Okay, this
awareness? Right.
concept,
Mhm.
the concept of USMCL, it's starting here nationally, but the intention we've just launched USMCL International. Okay,
Okay.
that is the international league, and so we have a few announcements, but we're not going to do it just yet because
Okay.
it really is so exciting what's happening. And I know Remy mentioned about, the exposure in Nigeria and the opportunity for Nigerians to not just play chess, but to really compete against high level players.
Yeah.
So we've got something in the works. We don't want to
Disclose it
discuss it
yet.
yet,
I know.
just yet, but
Okay.
it's coming. It's huge, and some really, really great people that
Interesting
are
things.
along with us. So,
Okay.
so are you trying to pull it? I think you might be trying to pull it out of me now, but we're not.
I
We're
know.
not.
I know. I'm
We're
trying, but
not.
I think it's good because so our audience know that
You
there's
have to be
more in the
careful with.
pipeline.
You have to be careful with hosts. They try to, yeah, whatever. But we're not. We're gonna
Okay.
wait, but we've got it coming down the pipe, though.
Exactly. Good to know that there's more in the pipeline, and I'm glad that
Yes.
you just shared it. So we want to be able to. It's about an hour now since we've been engaging uh, on the subject matter, USMCL chess beyond the board. When you think about it, what is what is the implication of that? What are we going? What Z and his team going with saying chess is something that goes beyond the board?
I think there's to what I was saying earlier
Yeah.
about and I didn't even, that question is so multi-layered, and so the answer is very, very expansive. I'll just cover a few of them. One,
Right.
we talked about the unifying effect, and how chess is able to break borders that would normally not be broken. If you come to the World Chess Championship, for example, and see all the chess players that are around, you're going to see men, you're going to see women, you're going to see young, you're going to see old, you're going to see Asian, you're going to see black, you're going to see white. Everybody is there for the universal love of the game, and everybody is interacting, and everybody is social. And so chess has a unifying fact that's unique in that instance, and we're all still competitive at the same time. Now you add what INEZ is bringing to the game, and now you're talking about not just being able to be something that can be enjoyed as a spectator, but a sport that could eventually provide a living or a side or an additional income, or something that can assist your family. You all are from the Caribbean. I'm from Nigeria. So our families, we kind of understand needing that additional that income for our families back home, as we say.
Yeah.
And they need opportunities to have. Our families back home may not have the same financial opportunities that some of us have in more developed places. Imagine being able to bring something like chess on a digital game where people are playing online, but now being able to convert that into tournaments that are able to be live streamed, watched for income.
Right.
It's a game changer. You're talking about chess beyond the board. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the implications that this will have if it's able to be successful down the line.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing. Ryan, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think Remy says it quite well. I mean, chess has one language, and it's just a universal language. And there are just so many other benefits other from playing chess. When we talk about playing chess and say it builds on your cognitive skills, or it develops your perspective, it elevates your creativity, all these different benefits of chess. But that's just one side of playing chess. There are also many other benefits off the board where the opportunities that are now being created with INEZ opening up a master league or a professional league for persons to be professional within something that they love. Because I can tell you, when I started playing chess, I recognized that I am a professional. I'm a teacher by profession. And when I started teaching chess, I realized, wait a second, I want to do this for the rest of my life. And it didn't feel like I was working a day in my life. So for the last probably 20 years, I've been teaching chess, and it doesn't feel like I've been working for the last 20 years because I just love my job. I love what I do. I love seeing the accomplishments on and off the board from my students. So to see that your students can now become professionals by doing something that they love. I could only become a professional teacher teaching chess, but now I could actually become a professional chess player. So I might actually pick up saying, hey, I want to get back on the board and to formulate my own team here from Cayman. So I tell INEZ, I mean, we're signing up. We're signing up. So you're going to see Team Cayman coming out. The Cayman Knights are coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thanks for sharing. Go ahead.
I was saying that's what I love. So I personally do not start playing chess, because if I start playing chess and lose the perspective of the business part, it's just, okay, we're done. So for me, it's about the business, but it's such a difficult, it really is a difficult calling, so to speak, because most people, as soon as you say chess, I had one lady admit to me that she was intimidated by just what I was saying in terms of chess, because you say chess and you think of, the old boardrooms and the cigars and sitting there playing for hours upon hours, and it's just wealthy people that do it. But the game has changed so much, and even the people in the game has changed so much. It's faster, it's more exciting. The opportunities that are there for not just that player. This is one of the things that I noticed, that with tournaments, what happens is the tournament directors, and this is no shade on tournament directors, I'm just calling it how I see it. You have the tournament directors that pull in the fees, and then from those fees they may pay out. So when you keep creating chess players, you're continuing to create these people that come in, pay fees, and make that tournament rich. And these are people who are, again, they invest so much for that talent, but yet and still they may make a percentage, which is such a minuscule percentage when you compare to what major tournament directors make. They get such a small cut. So now the USMCL, we want to flip that. We want to make sure that the players, the focus is on the players. The focus is on the talent. Building the talent, building the opportunity and the space for the talent to totally change the game and the perspective. And part of that is also changing the perspective of the players too.
Changing the perspective of the players. What exactly is that?
The last event that I had, we had people that came in and wanted to play to enter the tournament. They didn't understand this is a league. No, these players are set. Even though they I don't know if you guys had on your jerseys at that point in time, but yeah, it's like, no, this is not a tournament. These players are set. The games are set. The match is set. It's not like you don't come to a football game and say, hey, can I pay money to get on the field with, with the football players? No, you pay your money, get your ticket, have a seat, get a hot dog, hear some music, enjoy, and you watch the game.
Right.
So the idea for the USMCL is building the spectatorship, the in-person spectatorship and the online spectatorship, building the merchandise. We had folks that wanted the uniforms. I think even Remi's wife was saying, did we get a uniform? So we actually want to do that. We want to build the wives and partner club.
So like the teams are going to have their own jerseys.
Oh, those are the jerseys behind Ryan.
Okay, so we wouldn't know these are the jerseys. Okay, so these are Okay.
That's
Yeah.
the Chicago
This is
Chicago
Oh,
Kings and the Windy City Hawks.
Kings, and
I have my jersey close by. I'm gonna go grab it.
yes, please do so.
And
Please do
one
so.
other thing I want to add, Seno, to what Inez just said is when you change the perspective of the players, it's also the mindset of the players.
Mhm.
Because a lot of time when players come, the mindset is that, oh, when you turn these players' mindset into that they are professionals and
Yes.
they are being observed in terms of they are the professional, people are coming to watch them play, it develops a greater sense of what they are delivering. It elevates their game
Mhm.
because now you know that you have spectators watching you, so you are going to now be playing at an even higher level. Your whole approach to the game is going to be more professional.
Right.
So it changed the whole mindset of even the chess players themselves. So this is
Mm.
such an awesome thing, and it's a game changer in so many
Game
ways.
changer. Game changer. Game changer.
Yes.
Why have we waited so long to get this going? Inez?
That's what I
You know
said.
what I mean?
That's
Yeah. Let's see, Remy. Okay.
yeah.
So that is let me read what's down there. Nigerian Nightmare Adekla. Is that Adekla? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Now that
Windy the
now
Windy
that
City
that
Hawk.
was our earlier one. You have the other jersey, the blue jersey.
Yeah, that's right. This is
yeah.
the first one. I wanted them to see the progression.
Yeah,
I
that
wanted
was
y'all,
that's the
Okay,
you want
I
to see
wanted
the
you all to see the
progress.
growth. This is
so
He's
what
That's
we
a
bringing it
have
progress
out
now,
one.
old.
the jersey
this is
behind Ryan is the latest one, right?
yeah, this
Yeah.
is
He's
how we
bringing out
started
our
though.
old
This
stuff.
is and
Okay, Remy, I see you.
Okay,
this
we
is how we
started from
started, and
we
this is
started
my
from here.
favorite.
We started from here. Now
Yeah,
now we're at the
that's
top.
how it started.
We
That's how
started
we
from the
went
bottom.
now.
We started from the bottom. Now we're on the top now.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, now let me show you. I'm gonna show you I'm more
Well, you know,
advanced.
Okay,
we are
that right.
growing.
Remy
I
wants to show
said
us
we're
the top jersey. Okay, where is it? Who's
Make
on
sure
the
you
top?
know where we're here.
Go ahead,
uh,
Ryan.
So, I mean, I think Remy was showing you where they started. I know he's going to show us where we're at.
Exactly.
right,
We're
right,
looking forward to seeing that.
right,
No, but
right.
your story is very, very profound, Ryan. You led a young Cayman team, a young female Cayman Island team
Mhm.
to the Olympia, right?
Silver medal in the 20,
Yeah,
yeah,
to win
45th.
silver,
Yeah,
to win silver, and that is historic in itself. And we must celebrate you, man.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to
That's
tell
awesome.
you, to be honest, I mean, when I started chess here in the Cayman Island 2 years ago, we had very few players on island. And chess is one of the fastest growing sport. Actually, not one of, but the fastest growing sport here now on the island. And on a weekly basis, I teach over 700 kids on a weekly basis.
You were teaching
Within
over 700 kids on a weekly basis.
on a weekly basis. Now, when I say 700, you're probably thinking of a country like Ghana or the US where 700 kids is nothing. Our entire population on the Cayman Island is just under 70,000 people.
Mm,
The entire country population is over 70,000 people. So
mm.
teaching over 700 kids is like a percentage of the population.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
absolutely.
we run a completely non-profit organization to deliver a chess and education program to kids on island, and it has just been doing wonders. And like Inez mentioned, there's a youth development, youth league coming up as well. And yeah, our kids are going to be eager to jump in that as well. I mean, opportunities. Chess has just created so many opportunities, and we want to make sure we take as many of them as we can. I see
Looking
Remy
forward to it.
New Jersey.
Looking forward to it. Adekola 04. Adekola 04. Nice. Okay, there
There
you
we
go.
go. There
There
we
you go.
go. We going
Here we
out
are.
our old stuff.
Here is where
I
here
the old is my
that
favorite.
that
I
that
still
is
love the
that
old.
that is true because you start. I tell people you start where you are, and that's
yes.
another facet of
Yeah.
building this league. So I have coached entrepreneurship,
Mm,
and you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk until you're blue in the face. But what I've started to do is take the principles on which this league has been building and
mm,
begin to create a talk series
right.
to help people see that it takes time. You know, a lot of times we watch stuff on TV and we think we just get an idea and, oh, we put this together, that together, and boom, everything happens. No, it doesn't happen like that. There are so many setbacks. There's so many struggles. I can't tell you the times that I've wanted to take everything and just dump it in the trash and say, I'm done, you know, but there's something that holds you there. And people say, well, you should do what you love or do what you have a passion for. No, I say do what you are willing to commit yourself. And it has to be something greater than yourself, because if it's just for you, unfortunately, sometimes we will let it go. But when it's greater than you and you commit yourself to it, you're going to stick to it no matter what. And that's where you get to the other side of difficult, the other side of hard, as Dwayne Wade's son said when they showed his statue. We're not even going to talk about Dwayne Wade's statue right now. I don't know if anybody saw that, but you did? Oh my God, that's a whole
I know. It's the whole,
but yeah, you got to do what you're willing to commit to.
Okay, the Dwayne Wade statute is like
God,
the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight.
Oh yeah,
but
that's a show by itself.
I know, right? No, thank you all. We're about to wrap up the conversation, but we know that USMCL, the United States Master Chess League, is here. It's in Chicago. It's kickstart. Can people start registering already?
You can start registering now. The website, we just have the landing page there. You can pull it up. Go ahead, register. We'll get the information to you as to when the qualifier will be held. It will be in February. We don't have all of the information just yet. But yes, go on, register, or if you just want more information, contact us. We're here, and thank you so much. And we definitely need supporters and sponsors.
Yes, we will come to you to give us your closing remarks. And listeners, we have just heard, if you missed it, the show had been about the United States Master Chess League led by INEZ KELLEY. I call her Z. You can call her Z as well. This is an international chess league that has come to stay. It's right here, started right here in Chicago. There's more to it, more to come. If you want to check it out, USMCL.org. USMCL.org. You can check it. If you're a chess lover or know someone who is into chess, check it out. It's come to stay. Of course, they need a lot of support. So I'm going to go back to our guests to give us their closing remarks and also tell you how you can support them. We will take it we'll start with the lady first and then end with Remy. So, Z, your closing remarks regarding this conversation. We know there's more to come, but please go ahead and close us in the next 45 seconds or so.
Okay. Well, first of all, Sana, thank you so much. I always appreciate you and all of the work that you continue to do in the community and to support and to lift up. And so thank you. But yes, the USMCL, the United States Master Chess League, again, our whole objective is injecting that sport mentality into chess, which is a sport. And we want to highlight the players. We want to give respect to the athletes and to allow them to use the skill that they invest so much of their hard-earned money and time to elevate in the ratings, and now to hopefully have the opportunity to have a career in chess. And so, yes, we welcome you to sign up. Go to the website, www.usmcl.org. Sign up. There is no cost to sign up. There is no cost to enter the league. You get paid for your skill set. Okay, so we'd love to have you. We'd love to see you. That's happening in February.
Thank you.
Can I also say, Ryan, thank you so much. Ryan has been such a person to be able to go to. When I first started and explained to him what I was doing, he was just the biggest supporter. So I always appreciate you, Ryan, and coming to know Remy and his support. And yeah, they're just some great guys, best guys to have on this journey.
Fantastic. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, Z. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just saying that, INEZ is just doing an awesome job, and I can't say it enough. This is just a game changer for chess. And sometimes you just have to start out small. You might not get the biggest response, but this is something that is going to grow, and you just have confidence in it. Like INEZ said, it's it's like what the Wayne's son said, like the part of difficulty is like knowing that eventually going to have to get there. But this is just such an awesome thing for chess and a really big game changer.
Really big, really big game changer indeed. Remy, go ahead. You got to mute. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much for this opportunity. First of all, for allowing us to come on your show, and I think in your comments, in your header, it says that you want to affect minds and you use positivity. And chess is one of the most positive things that a person can introduce into their life. So thank you for allowing us to do this. And I appreciate working with individuals like yourself, INEZ and Ryan, individuals who have these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful personalities and commitments to the crafts. So we love chess. So thank you so much for allowing chess to be promoted on your show. And we're looking forward to the USMCL being promoted on the higher platforms over and over and over again. And I just want to thank you for that opportunity. And thank you, Ryan. Thank you, INEZ. Thank you all. Thanks, Sonia.
Awesome. Definitely. We're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to seeing USMCL on ABC, NBC, and on the major ones. It's coming. I see it already. It's coming. And we'll be very proud to be part of the story. And hopefully I can become a chess player very soon. Hopefully I can become a chess player. We'll
yes.
Yeah, try. Oh, can I say thank you to our sponsor, the Black Star Project, that does wonderful things for young children. They are just a great supporter. So we want to say hi to Ms. Gloria and all of the folks there at Black Star Project that continue to support the USMCL.
I hear chess is so infectious. Even by proximity to people who know how to play, you can become a player too. So I guess I'm already a chess player.
All right.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, INEZ and your team. USMCL International, USMCL has come to stay. We're looking forward to great things happening very soon. Well, thank you all for being part of the show. For those who will join us on Facebook and YouTube, we appreciate you. Next week, Tuesday, we'll be here talking about the elections in Ghana, diasporans' perspective or viewpoint on the elections in Ghana. Very, very important. And so join us next week, Tuesday. Also, if you want to advertise or promote your services, products, events, reach out to us, info.progressiveminds@gmail.com, or you can go to any of our social media platforms and DM us. On that note, remember, to whom much is given, much is required. I'll be your host, Senna, aka Alinko. We shall be here next week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.